Okay, let's talk about something so many of us have struggled with. If you've ever tried to lose body fat, you know it can feel, well, just incredibly complicated and frustrating, right? But what if the real science doesn't point to some magic pill, but to a powerful, interconnected strategy? We're about to break down a framework that's backed by evidence, one that can make fat loss not just possible, but actually sustainable. It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? That exhausting cycle of trying something new, maybe seeing a little bit of progress, and then, boom, you hit a wall. It feels like you're doing something wrong. Well, it turns out there's a really common reason we all get stuck. For years, we've been sold this idea that it's all about one single thing. You hear it all the time. Just eat less, just move more, or jump on the latest fad diet. But focusing on just one element is like trying to build a stool with only one leg. It's just never going to be stable. It's designed to fail. So the most effective long-term approach isn't about one thing at all. It's about the incredible synergy of three. This is what we're calling the trilogy of sustainable fat loss. It's about the when you eat, the what you eat, and the how you move. So let's dive in and start with pillar number one, the when. Now, this first pillar is all about timing. And let's be clear, this isn't necessarily about deprivation or starving yourself. It's about creating a deliberate, thoughtful structure for your meals. Dr. Jason Fung, who's a huge voice in this space, he just puts it perfectly. The real power of fasting isn't just about cutting calories. The magic is in the structure. It provides this simple, intuitive framework for your day, which brings a sense of control back to what can often feel like really chaotic eating habits. And here's the crucial part. The biology behind why this works. When you're not constantly eating, your insulin levels drop. Think of insulin as your body's primary fat storage hormone. When it's high, you're in storage mode. But when insulin is low, that's the signal your body needs to flip the switch from storing fat to actually burning it for energy. Fasting basically creates the perfect hormonal environment for that to happen. And look, this isn't just a cool theory. We have some serious data to back this up. Research from Dr. Christopher Roddy, who's a real pioneer in fasting studies, shows that people consistently lose between 3 to 8% of their body weight using these methods. I mean, those are really significant, tangible results. And the benefits go way beyond just the number on the scale. Research out of Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health shows that fasting can also lower ghrelin. That's your main hunger hormone, which is huge. It can also help reduce blood pressure and even improve markers of cellular health. It's like a systemic reset for your whole body. So how do you even start? Well, it doesn't have to be extreme at all. Harvard Health suggests starting really simple. Just finish dinner at, say, 7 p.m., and then have breakfast at 7 a.m. That's it. That's a 12-hour fast. You're already doing it. From there, you can gradually push it out a bit. But, and this is super important, if you have any underlying health conditions, you absolutely have to talk to your doctor first. Safety first. All right, so establishing when you eat is an incredibly powerful first step. But it works hand in hand with our second pillar, what you eat. Having that structure is amazing, but the fuel you put into your body during your eating window, that's just as critical. This quote from Dr. David Ludwig really gets to the core of it. The idea that a calorie is just a calorie is, well, it's just wrong. The source of your calories completely changes how your body processes them. I mean, think about it. 200 calories from a can of soda and 200 calories from a handful of almonds are going to have wildly different effects on your hormones and your body's fat storage signals. And you can see that hormonal difference in action right here. On one side, you have the refined carbs and sugar. They cause that huge insulin spike we talked about, which effectively slams the brakes on fat burning and locks your fat cells. But on the other side, you've got whole foods, things with protein and healthy fats. They keep your blood sugar stable, which keeps that fat-burning machinery switched to on. So what does this actually look like on your plate? Harvard's Healthy Eating Plate is a fantastic visual guide. The goal isn't some super rigid, extreme diet. As the expert Dr. Walter Willett always warns, those almost always fail in the long run. The idea here is to build a sustainable pattern, one that's centered around whole, nutrient-dense foods that you actually enjoy. Okay, so we've structured our eating window, and we've filled it with high-quality fuel. The final piece of this trilogy is the accelerator. It's about moving our bodies in a smart way that truly amplifies our fat loss efforts. If there is one number to remember from this whole section, it's this one right here. 150 minutes a week. That's the amount of moderate exercise where researchers see clinically significant results in fat reduction. And if you break that down, it's just a little over 20 minutes a day, totally doable. And look, this number isn't just pulled out of thin air. It comes from some serious science. We're talking about a massive meta-analysis. That's a study of other studies that covered over 7,000 participants. The evidence is just overwhelming. Hitting that 150-minute mark is the real tipping point, where you start to see measurable changes in body composition. But cardio is only part of the story. To make this whole thing truly effective, you've got to add in some resistance training. Why? Simple. It builds and, just as importantly, it preserves muscle. And muscle is your metabolic engine. It's what burns calories even when you're just sitting on the couch. That is absolutely crucial for keeping the weight off long term. So there we have it, our 3 pillars. Now for the fun part. Let's see how they all lock together to create one powerful, sustainable strategy. This is how it all fits. It's beautiful, really. Fasting creates the structure. It gives your body the opportunity, the window to burn fat. Quality food provides the high-octane fuel to run on, without the energy crashes and cravings. And smart exercise boosts your metabolism, basically turning that engine up to high. See? They aren't 3 separate ideas, they are one interconnected system. Now, before you run off and get started, let's just talk for a second about the right mindset. This framework is an incredibly powerful tool, but it is not a magic bullet. The goal here is sustainable progress, which usually looks like half a pound to maybe 1 pound a week. And please, remember to measure your progress in ways that go beyond the scale. Think about your energy levels, how your clothes are fitting, just how you feel. That is the real win.
So the biggest takeaway here isn't that you have to perfectly implement all 3 of these pillars by tomorrow. Not at all. The real question is, which one of these feels like the most manageable first step for you right now? Because just building that one habit can create the momentum you need to build the next one. So what's it going to be? What's your pillar number 1?